reciting your holy name, O brave Hanuman. Faith healing. There are instances when by chanting Hanuman Chalisa people have been freed from their ailments, even surprising the doctors who had given up hopes of survival. Blessings work when normal medicines cannot cure. This is not to undermine medical science, but such instances give credence to the concept of faith healing, endorsed by modern medical practitioners. Goswami Tulsidas Ji has completely surrendered himself to Hanumanji. Once he had severe pain in his hand, which would not subside in spite of various treatments. Finally, he composed and recited Hanuman Bahuk in praise of Hanumanji and got relief immediately. People undergo miseries on account of adverse orientation of planets. Hanumanji's Advaita worship not only removes physical ailments, but also sufferings due to astrological and astronomical ailments. We have seen people chanting Hanuman Chalisa and visiting Hanuman's temple, particularly on Saturdays, to get relief from Saturn's panoti. A panoti is a period in a birth chart of a person where the planet Saturn transit through one sign prior and after his birth sign. Saturn remains in the sign for 2.5 years. Thus it completes its transition through 3 signs in 7.5 years. Saturn's transit of 2.5 years is called a small panoti, and that of a 7.5 years is called a big panoti or sadis sati. Tuesdays and Saturdays are considered more auspicious for worshipping Hanumanji. Tuesday is the day of his birth, and Saturday is the day of his victory over Saturn. There is a humorous story about Hanumanji's victory over Saturn. Mighty Ravan has captured Saturn and had crammed him under a pole. While Hanumanji was burning Lanka, he, on hearing Saturn's shrieks, went up to him and saved him. Instead of feeling obliged, Saturn, wicked as he is, rose up and sat on Hanumanji's head. Perplexed, Hanumanji told Saturn, "I thought you would thank me. Come on, get off my head." Saturn said, "No, I won't." Hanumanji said, "Okay, how long do you intend to be there?" Saturn said, "For 7.5 years. Hanumanji said, "Fine, let us see." After moving a little further, Hanumanji picked up a mountain and placed it on his head atop Saturn. On being crushed under the weight, he started yelling. Hanumanji picked up another mountain and placed it there on top. The weight being unbearable, Saturn bleated, "Ah, what are you up to?" Hanumanji said, "It's my head. I can place anything on it. It's my wish." Feeling helpless, Saturn started begging, "Please, please, for heaven's sake, please release me." Hanumanji said, "I will, but on one condition. You'll never harass the devotee who worships me on Saturdays." Saturn said, "I accept and promise." Accordingly, one who worships Hanumanji on Saturdays cannot be troubled by Saturn. On a worldly level, ailments and suffering by planets in adverse positions clearly vanish by worshipping Hanumanji. On a spiritual level, rog, i.e. an ailment, is not restricted only to physical disorders. The worst disease of life is life not lived well. Irregular lifestyle, bad eating and drinking habits, coupled with unchecked consumer generate a chaotic state, making the body a museum of assorted ailments. Chanting Hanumanji's names and glories works as an auto-suggestion for the devotee's conscious, thereby inspiring the person to perform samyam, restraint. In an orderly life, there is no room for ailments. We connect pīrā or bīrā to the suffering caused by planetary combinations in a horoscope. It makes me wonder how a celestial body could be interested in inflicting pain on a human being. Acknowledging astrology as one of the most important branches of Vedic sciences, we have to admit that all bīrā sufferings are mere fruits of undisciplined, unethical and ulterior karma, nirantar tap. Ceaseless chanting keeps the seeker focused on the path of righteousness. This steers him away from ensuing suffering on account of indulgence in wrong karma. For the modern manager, it is essential to remain focused on ethical and value-based decision-making. Otherwise, it is difficult to control temptations of short-term gains by adopting unethical measures. Corporate history shows that such scams do get exposed over a period of time, resulting in turbulence and stress. Namjap, as mentioned earlier, keeps a manager steadfast on the righteous path, thereby reducing eventual stress level. Even on a day-to-day basis, it reduces the cluttering of the mind and enhances the manager's productivity and efficacy. First, chaupai 26.